What's up, babe? Listen, I'm going to be in Vancouver next week. Vancouver will be February 22nd at the Vogue Theater. That's a Wednesday. February 24th, Fresno. February 25th, San Jose. February 26th, Sacramento. March 16th, Fort Myers. 17th, Orlando. 18th, Jacksonville. Boston, all my shows are sold out the 24th and 25th. Thank you very much. And September 22nd, New York City. I have a humongous show. It is being announced next week. Save the date. September 22nd.
Woo!
NYC.
Yes.
Sally Babes, go.
What's up, okay, I'm here, Pimp. Yep. What's up, sexy chickens? Tonight, I am in North Charleston, babe. February 16th. Tomorrow, we're in Charlotte, North Carolina. The 18th in the Del Lago Resort and Casino in Waterloo. And then the 19th at the Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. Coming up in March, we got Niagara Falls. We got a big one at the Prudential Center in Newark on March 10th. March 11th at the Dome in Wallingford, Connecticut. March 12th, Long Island, where you at? Long Island, stand up, man. March 12th in Long Island at the UBS Arena. This is basically our hometown show. Can't wait to see you guys. And then we got Milwaukee, Rosemont, Seattle, Portland, Boston, and so on. And so we redid Boston because the pipes broke.
Yeah, the pipes broke with the Wang
April
Theater.
29th back at the Wang, and I think we're adding a show, but don't say nothing. I told you. Everything's on sale right now at ImpracticalJokersLive.com. I'll see you guys on the road.
Guys, if you want to win meet and greet tickets to see us on the road on tour, we do not sell them. We are not doing them. The only way you could win them is by this contest I'm about to tell you about right now. Every single Thursday night at 10 o'clock Eastern, there are new episodes of Impractical Jokers Season 10 right now. All you got to do is take a picture of you watching the episode. Could be with friends, family, or alone. Naked, eating a bowl of cereal, hashtag it Jokers Watch Party on any social you have. And every single week, including tonight and every Thursday, we are going to pick winners and give away tickets to the tour and meet and greets. It's the only way you can get a meet and greet. Tonight's episode is Post Malone. He's the best. Check it out. Again, every single Thursday night at 10 on True and TBS. Hashtag Jokers Watch Party. I hope to meet you and greet you on the road.
Don't be a flake, don't run away from your feelings, babe. Don't be afraid, don't be ashamed, don't hesitate to say, hey babe, hey babe, hey babe, hey babe, hey babe, hey babe.
Ooh, hey babe, what's up? You know that I'm about it, baby. Ooh, girl, you know what's up, and you know what I need. Me and my hey babes be rolling.
What's up, babe?
6 in the morning. What's up, babe? How you doing?
Donnell Jones.
Woo!
So I've been listening on
Donnell
Spotify.
Rawlings.
Donnell Rawlings. What I've been listening to on Spotify, 90s hip-hop.
I love it.
Love it. When I'm on the road. When
Now,
I
you said
say
R&B. R&B, though, right?
R&B, I do R&B
Early
and hip-hop.
That's early 2000s R&B?
Donnell Jones?
Yeah.
That's 90s, baby.
Is it?
Yeah.
Late
90s, yeah. Donnell Jones, that and This Love. All this love
I don't know that one.
for you. Don't give it up, because you'll regret it. Ooh. Now say it again.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things is you singing like earnestly and an R&B and rhythm and
yes.
blues. Yeah.
R&B is where I feel nostalgic. It's where I feel good.
That was our shit.
That's our
That
shit.
was our heyday, or late 90s, early 2000s.
I swear to God, I feel the safest in my life. Like, I feel so safe and so at home and connected when I'm singing along to things that 16-year-old black girls from 1997 would be singing along with.
Yes.
That's how I feel.
That is what I love as well, and I'm not even joking with you.
I swear to God.
And also, speaking of late 90s hip-hop and R&B and early R&B, the Glasses suit it.
Thank you.
Right now, okay?
Yes.
I swear to God, right now, you could easily beat Donnell Jones right in front of me.
Donnell Jones right now. I'm Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm everybody.
Yes.
I'm my father from the 80s.
Yes.
Here's the thing, is some people, it's been 50-50 on how people feel about it. And what I want to say.
That purple tint, by the way, you think I don't notice it's matching the shirt?
Buddy,
Because I notice.
Yeah. In the words of Kanye West, if they want to hate, let them hate.
Yeah.
Watch the money pile up.
Yeah.
I missed a line in there somewhere, but I don't want to go do full Kanye on the first 5 minutes of the
Also,
pod.
in the words of Kanye, poopity scoop.
Poopity scoop.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought yesterday during this, 4 days ago now, when during the Super Bowl halftime show, I thought Rihanna was going to bring out Kanye. That's what I thought was going to happen on one of those floats.
Really? There was some prop bets that Jay-Z would be there.
Right.
And then we were going to bet it because my friend, his sister-in-law is the nanny of Beyonce and Jay-Z.
What?
Yes.
So you have a connection to Beyonce.
I don't
and
have
Jay-Z.
any. I don't have any
No,
connection.
but you have somewhat. You're not that far removed from Beyonce and Jay-Z's. You could in a pinch babysit Beyonce and Jay-Z's.
I
kid.
could be the nanny if push came to shove and the
Yes.
right calls were made.
Yes.
I could be watching the kids. Was it Blue Ivy?
Blue Ivy.
Yeah.
Good kid.
Yeah.
Now we got to give a shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs.
You gotta give a shout out to Patty Mahomes.
Patty Mahomes.
He's a young guy with a rocket for an arm, and he's got great decision making.
Yes.
He plays through adversity. He hurt his ankle. You got to give it up to them for winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And the biggest thing literally, not only is he an amazing player, the Chiefs now a dynasty, okay? But the fact in the world that we live in, I would imagine the NFL has to be absolutely creaming themselves that not only that
That means like ejaculating
themselves, right? That Patrick Mahomes is not only their best player, he'll be the NFL MVP probably, the Super Bowl MVP. They've won the Super Bowl. They are the face of the NFL team-wise, but Patrick Mahomes is racially ambiguous.
Yes.
From a marketing standpoint, it's just yes.
Yes.
Because it's one of you have to be. And I literally
he's a generational. He's a once in a generation. I mean, you can't get that. First of all, he's got his whole future ahead of him still.
But still,
He's peak performance.
Let's break down Patrick Mahomes. First of all, he has the hair of a Latino.
Yeah.
The skin of a light-skinned black man.
Yeah.
The eyes of a white man. The work ethic of an Asian.
Yeah.
He sprained his ankle, which would be
He got the fashion sense of a
he's got the fashion
fierce gay.
of a fierce gay.
Yeah.
He hurt his ankle and then hobbled off like a Jewish person would.
That's right. Then they shot him up with a bunch of probably stuff in his leg, like a crackhead.
Like a crackhead would.
And then he just came back out like a meth head. He was able to perform even though his leg fell off.
Yeah. He actually, when he won the Super Bowl, he got on his knees like a Muslim would because he knew that it was about that time.
Yeah. It's about that time.
And I just think Patrick Mahomes, he literally encompasses what a human being is. And I think the NFL, I almost think if the NFL is rigged, but there's a lot of talk about the NFL is rigged, I could see how they rigged it for Mahomes. The stock went up, all the way up.
Yes.
Shout out Fat Joe.
I think that he's literally, if they made a player like in a lab,
yes,
the NFL did, they would make him.
Like how they made Carly Rae Jepsen's music in a lab.
That's right.
It's like they made Patrick Mahomes' football career in a lab.
And now he's Super Bowl 3 of the last 4 years with 2 rings.
Yep.
You can't count out the organization themselves. You got to be remiss if we didn't say the organization.
Shout out the organization. And shout out the name has Chiefs. Redskins went down, Indians went down, Chiefs, because I guess Chiefs is not derogatory. You're saying I am the top level of the Native American social structure.
Right.
Not bad.
Right. But we were trying to guess what the post headlines would be yesterday. And my friend said, what the hell was it? Something chief. Like, you know how people like, hey, chief.
Yeah, hey, chief.
What do they say? What do they freaking say?
What's up, chief?
No, yeah, but like they won, so it was like all good, chief.
All good, chief.
Something like that. We had a laugh over it.
Right.
I'm not conveying it right.
Go.
Will we be remiss if we didn't mention the Philadelphia Eagles?
We have to mention the Philadelphia Eagles. We love the people of Philadelphia, and did the
city burn down last night?
The city did actually almost.
It was going to burn down.
It was actually worse. And I want to say to the people of Philadelphia, if you're listening, and we know that you are, don't worry about it. You'll get them next Sunday. You'll get him next Sunday.
Nice.
Because that's what
and
they
a
would
little
say.
shout out to Jalen Hurts.
Shout out to Jalen Hurts, who's another hottie with a potty.
Yeah.
Plays the entire
2 years in the NFL.
Jalen Hurts plays the entire NFL game being tackled by grown, superior men all day with a probably $25,000 gold earring in his ear and never takes it off.
Never takes it off.
And the chain. Saquon Barkley, a lot of these NFL players, they play with $50,000 plus jewelry. It never breaks.
It's silly to me, though.
It is silly, Willie.
It seems like just a terrible decision, actually.
It's silly, Willie. But, listen.
But part of their entire... The way that we judge them as a player is for their decision-making skills in the moment.
Yes.
So you would think that when it comes to wearing jewels
right,
in a physical game like that, their decision-making takes a hot shit, if you ask me.
Hot shit.
Yeah.
Yesterday, my dad asked my daughter on FaceTime he goes, so who are you going to root for? Who do you want to win the Super Bowl? And my daughter said the Kansas City Chickens. But earnestly, she was like the Kansas City Chickens.
Why is it not a chicken?
There should be a team that's a chicken.
Right? I would love that.
I would like to play
You
for the
would root
Chickens.
for the Chickens.
Dude, like just like that minor league baseball team, the Savannah Bananas, they sell out every game strictly off their name. Like my daughter said she wants me to take her to see a Savannah Banana game.
Yeah.
She has to.
Would you root for the New York Chickens?
I would root for the New York. There should be a team, the New York Rats. I think that
agree
would be
with
a good franchise. The New York Rats.
The New York Sewer Rats?
The New York, yeah. You think
Sewage you don't want to attach to it.
Yeah, the
but
Sewer
that's where
Rats.
they're from. We all know it.
Or what about the New York Garbage Men? I would like that.
My dad was a sanitation man.
Shout out sanitation.
Yeah.
I was gifted with a sanitation. I want to shout out Mario Vitullo from Bellato's Restaurant. Bellato's Restaurant, New York City on House Street. If you haven't been, I think the best red sauce joint in New York City. Unbelievable food. Mario, one of the family owners there, gave me a DSNY sweatshirt and a DSNY t-shirt, and I love it. People have been asking me, where'd you get that from? Somebody goes, is that Kith? I was like, no, it's $25. Probably less than $25. I got it from an actual garbage man.
Yeah, dude. My dad was in sanitation. I used to wear all his clothes.
It's awesome.
So, like when I was in college, it was like that whole like vintage, retro, weird shit or whatever, like grunge. And I used to wear a sanitation jacket, a sanitation shirt, like a button down, like a uniform shirt.
Yeah.
Shout out Tumbolo.
Shout out Tumbolo.
Tumbolo is a company that I found online that I liked. I bought a couple of pieces from them, and they did a sanitation line thing. And I have a sanitation hat and a New York sanitation terry cloth shirt.
Shout them out.
A whole nice outfit. And then they found out that I liked it. They sent me even more stuff. So I give tip of the cap.
Shout out Tumbolo.
Yeah.
I love you, Tumbolo.
I
thought it was a region in Africa.
No, yeah, that too.
That too.
Yeah.
Shout out Africa, by the way. Good country. Good continent.
Absolutely. Yeah, of course. Of course.
Yeah.
Aren't hickeys weird?
Hickeys are weird.
I would never want a hickey. I've had one in my life, and it was painful to get, and then it was weird to have.
Yeah, and it used to be a goal when we were younger.
You're doing the 70s and 80s show.
Yes, it's actually out now. It's called Super Maximum Retro Show, coming out March 7th on Vice.
There you go. Hickeys were abound in the 70s and 80s.
Abound.
Hickeys were like in vogue.
Yeah.
You don't see many people with hickeys right now. No. When was the last time you saw someone in the wild with a hickey?
Truly, I haven't even thought about it. I haven't seen a fist fight in public or anybody with a hickey in a long time. So
I bet you one day you see both.
Right?
Yeah.
Fighting over hickeys.
Yeah.
You know, one time I saw a fist fight in my neighborhood, and I saw a guy get punched in the face, and it was like a movie, like rolled over the hood of a car. Like he got hit so hard that he rolled over the hood of the car.
You sure it wasn't a movie?
And then, you know what? It could have been.
Yeah. Were they filming?
Yeah, it could have been.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't though.
Okay.
It wasn't, but it could have been. But no, that's interesting that you say that about a hickey, because I haven't even thought about, like, if
you ever give one.
Yes, that's the thing. I
tried. I might have tried in my lifetime. When we were younger, I was like, oh, you got to. But I don't even think kids today it's even on their radar.
No.
Right?
No, I think if
they suck in other things today.
I think if a kid came in, yes.
Yeah.
I think if a kid came in today with a hickey, it would be like what they would be concerned. Like, what are you bruised? Is that a new booster? What is that? They wouldn't know what that. Right. They wouldn't think it was sexually related at all.
But think of how crass it is in general.
Crass is a good word.
Thank you so much.
That you don't hear enough.
Yeah, you don't. But people used to walk around with multiple
hickeys.
Can you believe that?
Now, here's another question.
That's weird.
Okay, I understand hickeys were big in the 70s and 80s, but were they big in like the 1770s and 80s?
Oh,
you ever think about that? Like,
God.
do you think there was somebody, like, were blowjobs something that were being done and received in the 1500s? Do you think
Dude, the second the caveman saw that he had a penis, it was getting
put in his mouth.
Even himself. Everybody was sucking everybody back then, probably.
It is a weird thing, because when you think about that, like, you would never, like, you know, want to swallow a booger or like even spit, like having someone spit in your mouth.
Ooh.
But cum and vaginal fluids, everyone's like, sign me up. They'll drink it all day, every day. No problem.
Except a high percentage of African-American men. So I hear.
They won't do it?
I hear that.
High percentage.
Well, I'll tell you right now, you're not getting DJ Khaled to do it.
He will not.
No, he's very vocal about that. And so I know right now, if I ever became a woman, or I used a genie and I became a woman, and if I was dating him, he's not going to do it to me.
He's not going to drink your vaginal fluid?
He's not going to. He says it out loud. He's a king that won't do it.
Interesting.
That's what he says.
Well, you know.
Nobody believed him. God did.
God did.
Yes.
God did.
Yes.
Well, that's the thing. When you look back through the past, you have very prominent people. George Washington died of throat cancer. Napoleon Bonaparte, lung cancer. They think it was in the throat.
Vaginally related.
They don't say that, but how else? Because if you're, George Washington, Napoleon, you're kings, conquerors. What you're probably going to do is go down on women. I would think every
They're
time.
not smoking Newports.
No, they couldn't be.
Right.
So I think a lot of people died of eating puss, and we just don't talk about it, and we should talk about it, and that's what this podcast is about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us today on Eating Puss.
Yeah. Hey, puss. But I think
I think that the Hickeys probably started way back, like Transylvania, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, Dracula.
Dracula.
The original Dracula. The original Dracula was a very bad guy.
He's real.
So Dracula.
Right.
Vlad, the actual Vlad Dracula,
Right.
Vlad the Impaler.
Yeah.
You heard of him?
Of course.
Okay. So Bram Stoker wrote Dracula, like whatever it is, the late 1800s, I believe. So he took Dracula, Vlad the Impaler's real story, which wasn't really that well known, and kind of made this character Dracula, because the real Vlad the Impaler was probably even more psychotic and worse than the actual Dracula. So we were talking about this before. Vlad, the real Transylvania was in Romania, which we don't know if romaine lettuce comes from Romania.
We don't know. We were talking about that before the cameras rolled.
We don't know, and which is interesting. And we don't know romaine. Here's two things about Romania. One, romaine lettuce. We don't know if it comes from there. Two, the Roman Empire is named after Romania. Named themselves after the Roman Empire. So it's like you wouldn't think of Romania these days as being like this prominent country, but the Roman Empire did. They named a country Romania after themselves.
Wow,
very interesting.
The Impaler. Tell me about him.
Let me tell you about Vlad the Impaler. So Vlad the Impaler,
not to be confused with Vlad the Impala.
Right.
From Compton.
From Compton.
Right.
Or Vlad Guerrero, Hall of Fame baseball player.
Correct.
Yeah. Or Vladimir Putin. Or Vlad Putin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Vlad TV.
Or Vlad TV.
You know who that is? That's
great show.
Yeah, okay.
Or there's probably a kid with asthma right now called Vlad the Inhaler.
Yeah.
And another dad joke. Sign me up. Vlad the Inhaler. It's going to be happening with these. Listen, this is about dad jokes.
Yes.
So
tell me about Vlad the Impaler.
Vlad the Impaler.
That's a name. That's a name. Do you know one person gave him that name? We're talking about today.
Yeah.
That always, if you just keep distilling things down to their natural roots, it's always like, oh, someone had the idea for a chair. There was one person. You know? Someone had everything. All of our vernacular, everything stemmed from one person at one moment, most likely. Unless there were just like, like they say, parallel thoughts across places that, oh, this rock rolls. I don't know.
Right.
But someone said Vlad the Impaler.
Because what he would do was
one person.
So he was notoriously Brutes Magoots. So here's what happened with him: is he would fight. Have you heard of Mehmet the Conqueror? Big Muzz.
Mehmet,
like one of the top Muslims. There's
Mehmet Oz. I heard of
Mehmet Oz. Okay, yeah, Mehmet Oz, who is also big Muslim, but not as big as Mehmet the Conqueror. Okay. If you would have been able to take Pennsylvania, maybe.
Okay,
but Mehmet Oz, Mehmet the Conqueror. What happened was basically back in the day, Islam was like, they were, it was the Christians versus the Islam, right? And it was big war, which they're not fighting anymore. But so
that's since been settled.
Yeah. So
they put their differences behind them.
Yes. So it was a big war. And so basically Mehmet the Conqueror and Vlad's father, okay? Vlad the Impaler's father, there were two brothers, and Vlad's father lost in a battle to Mehmet the Conqueror's father. And so as a an exchange, like they did like a prisoner exchange, and Vlad the Impaler's father basically gave up his own sons to Mehmet the Conqueror's father, and these Christian kids were now going to be raised by an all-Muslim faction. Mehmet the Conqueror's father took in these kids because he had just beat his father in war. So Vlad the Impaler's living with Mehmet the Conqueror, and his brother living with Mehmet the Conqueror, and they're having these crusades, like the Muzzies versus the Muslims versus the Christians, and blah 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 blah. And Vlad the Impaler eventually escapes, and then Vlad the Impaler starts to make his own army.
What do you call a little Muslim baby? A fresh muzzy.
That's it.
Please continue.
That's it. I love it. Yeah, and forget about it. Vlad Impaler, when they were living with Mehmet the Conqueror, Vlad the Impaler.
They're roommates.
Yeah. Vlad the Impaler, Vlad's brother, and Mehmet the Conqueror's son, you know what they used to call themselves? The Three Musketeers. And
No.
but
That's a joke.
that's another dad.
That's a joke.
Put the
That's
dad
not a
joke
dad
counter
joke.
up.
Yeah.
Three Musketeers.
Yeah.
I
I love to see their mailbox. It's like,
Yeah.
I met the Conqueror,
Yeah.
Vlad the Impaler.
Yeah. So Vlad the Impaler says.
Why did he give him his sons?
Because basically what happened is in Mehmet the Conqueror won. Mehmet the Conqueror's father. The Islams basically beat the Christians in one of these wars. And so Vlad the Impaler, one of his territories was about to be taken over. And he was like, don't take over my territories. I'll give you my kids instead. Just leave me alone.
How's that a fair trade?
Because back then people didn't care about their kids. They just didn't give a shit.
But I'm saying to the other guy, why would he want some kids instead of his land?
I don't know.
Okay.
Well,
you don't know everything.
that's the thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to try to make something up here.
No, you never do that.
I never do that. So, by the way, speaking of making things up, I'll just deviate and then I will get back.
Sure.
That show, Howie Mandel's show, the Bullshit Game Show, is so fun to watch. There's a show called The Bullshit. The name of it is The Bullshit Game Show on Netflix. Me and my kids were watching that show for like 10 hours on Saturday.
Okay.
Because you don't know if the person's bullshitting or not. It's
Okay.
so good. And then I had literally, I swear to God, my 1-year-old daughter went, bullshit.
No.
Yeah, she's been saying butt a lot. But Delilah was saying bullshit. I didn't care. So basically, Vlad, to fight, he eventually starts to he needs to fight the Islamic people. And
But he already lost.
Well, his dad lost, but now Vlad wants to.
But Vlad's living with Mehmet now.
Vlad was living with Mehmet, but then Vlad escaped. Vlad escaped back to his home in Vlad and Mehmet
Escaped and went home to his father, who gave him away.
His father was dead. This was the you don't leave. His father died at 35. He lived a great life.
Okay.
So
Right.
at those times.
Sure.
So Vlad goes back to Romania, Transylvania, and says, we got to repel the Muslims once and for all. So he says, and what he wants to do is, he was a fierce warrior. Vlad the Impaler was known in these streets as being like the best fighter. Like he was like the number, like the who's like the best UFC fighter? Who's like the most feared? John Paul Jones?
Islam Makhachev.
Makhachev, who's also
Alexander Volkanovski.
all related to Mehmet the Conqueror.
Sure.
So Vlad the Impaler is like the best fighter. So what he does, and people don't really want to mess with him. All right, this podcast episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. You know, Sal and I talk about BetterHelp almost every week here. We did a whole episode talking about what we've learned in therapy, how we're trying to get better as people. And BetterHelp helps with that in more ways than I can tell you. Mental health, we're all struggling with mental health lately. It's so important to take care of your mental health, mind-body connection. And BetterHelp is awesome. You can do it all from the comfort of your own home. It's all online. It's all, they match, you take a survey, they match you up with the best licensed professional for you to talk to. If you're thinking of giving therapy a try, BetterHelp is, in my opinion, the best option. All you do is, like I said, fill out that brief questionnaire, get matched with the licensed therapist, and boom, it's awesome. It's convenient, it's flexible, it's affordable, and to me, it's necessary. And not having to leave the house, amazing. If you want to live a more empowered life and get therapy, you can start today by going to betterhelp.com/heybabe, and you're going to get 10% off your first month, okay? Just put in the promo code heybabe, 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp, HELP.com/heybabe. Go do it. All right, Blue Chew. Listen, we as guys sometimes, we need a little bit of help, okay? And you know me, I like to be stiff, okay? They call me Chrissy Stiff. They call me Chrissy Blue Chew because everybody knows I use it. I'm open about it. I love it. My family loves it. Everybody in my family loves that I'm using Blue Chew. I'm walking around at barbecues, so stiff. I mean, literally, they're flipping burgers off my piece. And it's awesome. Now, what Blue Chew, it's a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable tablets at a fraction of the cost. My friend Pat Samaha uses it, and he literally said he's changed his life. I mean, this kid, I go to the gym with this kid, and he's lifting 30-pound dumbbells with his Lebanese cock, and it's just awesome. Blue Chew tablets are made in the USA. That's why I'm wearing this USA shirt, baby, because this is where Blue Chew is made. And they get prepared and shipped direct to your door in a discreet package. The best part, it's all done online. No doctor's visits, no awkward combos, no waiting in line at the pharmacy. It's just Blue Chew till you die. And right now, we always give you discounts here. If you go to bluechew.com and put in the promo code heybabe, you're going to get your first month free. So go visit bluechew.com. Go put in the promo code heybabe. First month free. Go there. This gives important safety information. So, and it's great and it's easy. And I want to thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast. But where he gets named Vlad the Impaler is because what he does to anybody that messes with him, or what he does when the Muslims are coming.
Can I take a wild guess?
Take a guess.
Does he impale them?
Yes, he does.
Okay,
but here's the way he does it. What he does is, while you're alive, a lot of people would kill you and then impale your body on the after you're dead. What he does is gets in the town square. Spread eagle, takes a dull, like kind of just not really that sharp, goes in with skilled technicians through your ass, your anal cavity, misses all the vital organs, pops it out of your shoulder, puts you on a stake in the middle of the road in the blazing heat. Takes you about 3 to 5 days to die, typically. If they don't catch any vital organs, which is most skilled impalers knew to miss the vital organs and then pop you out of the shoulder, and that's how he does it.
They were called impalers because their job was to impale people without hitting an organ, so that they can die a slow death under the sun.
And as the invading army was coming in, they would see all the soldiers that had been there 2 weeks before that had, instead of taking prisoners, that's what he would do. He would impale everybody. But he would impale soldiers, women, children. He didn't care. He just didn't care. Guy didn't give a fuck.
Why? To send a message? Why couldn't he just kill him?
Because he was known as the Impaler. So he didn't want to kill.
But did he start that?
I don't know if he started it, but he's definitely made it famous.
Okay.
Other people have now impaled because of him.
Like, he's basically like Elvis Presley.
Yes, he's the Elvis Presley of impaling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
He created, and so.
You got to be a certain type of guy to impale people and leave them under the sun impaled, just dying a slow death.
Well, at the time, that's why Bram Stoker got the idea to write Dracula, because at the time, the people who were living with Vlad Dracula, a.k.a. Vlad Dracula, were saying that he must be like a Satanist. He he would want to drink their blood too. He would drink their blood as it was like dripping off.
Is that what it's
yes.
from?
So he would do that.
So his name was Vladimir Dracula?
His name was Vlad. His name in these streets in real life was Vlad Dracula. Dracula comes from him. So you would think like Dracula was just like a common last name in Romania at the time. Like there's a guy out there named John Dracula that's like, this sucks. I'm like a good guy. I'm anti-Satan, but I grew up in Romania.
What about Count Chocula? Count Chocula is a cereal that's based on Dracula.
Yeah.
And takes his name from that. And if you knew where this was coming from, it's based on Vladimir Dracula, the Impaler, who used to just
impale people.
And
it's
now we're eating chocolate cereal.
Yeah, it's like, oh, like, like you can't, it's like instead of Apple Jacks, these are Hitler Jacks. And people are like, oh, I love it. It's
so Dracula is a vampire?
Dracula was a vampire for Bram Stoker because
But did he make up vampires, Bram Stoker? No.
Bram Stoker's did.
Bram is a funny name.
Bram is a funny name.
What's
Raisin Bram?
Yeah. What's Bram show for?
I don't know.
Oh.
Bramamine, which is or bromine, which is the chemical in pineapple that when you eat pineapple, makes your semen smell sweet. If you want to swallow it, if you're into that. No, it's true. You never ate pineapples jerked off and smelled your own semen?
No.
You're weird.
Yeah.
So
did Bram Stoker make up vampires?
That part is that's another one I don't know. I think that he
because
did.
People took that and ran with it.
Well,
he's not getting dividends on all these other things, on all these other vampires.
No. But I know the original story was because Vlad Dracula, the real Vlad Dracula, was such a heinous character in history that they wrote Bram Stoker was
sensationalized him and made money off of him. Then so Bram Stoker's maybe not a good guy.
Well, it's capitalism. That's the thing. Are you a good guy? I don't know. You could say that
he's making money off of all these people that were tortured.
But it happened I guess because it happened so long ago. He also, he created a fictionalized story.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a good question.
Oh, wait. Bram Stoker is only, what year is Bram Stoker?
If I had to guess, Bram Stoker, and Pimp, if you could Google this, I'm going to say Bram Stoker wrote Dracula in 1881.
Okay. So then he didn't make up vampires. Vampires existed before that, no?
I don't think so.
The concept of a vamp?
Well, what do we got, Pimpy?
1897. And
whoa!
He didn't invent vampires, but he made like the romantic.
Yeah,
vampire, the neck.
Just like
neck, the back.
Just like when you see a flag that's skull and bones. When you see skull and bones, what do you think of when you see that? Like poison, death.
Sure, the Jolly Roger.
Well, the Jolly Roger. No. So here's
Poison.
ready
right.
for this?
Poison. Yeah.
You ready for get balls blown off?
Yeah.
The Jolly Roger, those pirate flags, that was made like in the 60s. That's not real.
Okay.
Where the skull and bones comes from, what Israel, why you associate it with evil and death, is because that was the Nazi flag. That was an SS tank. That was an SS division Nazi flag that had skull and bones, and they associated that with evil, and that's how we know it now. But that skull and bones on none of that is real.
Okay.
Was it bullshit?
Bullshit.
No, it's not. That's actually real.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
No, yeah. So it's interesting. Like when you look back at history, sometimes you're like, oh, a lot of this stuff is just like, like there's no reason. We've talked about this before. There's no reason to drink cow's milk. It's just that's the industry.
Right.
That's just we can mass produce that.
But Hickeys, this is all because of Hickeys.
Get back to it.
Yeah. If you saw someone walking down the street with 3 Hickeys, what's your immediate? What do you feel? What do you think about that person?
Okay,
they got after it. Do you feel like they're fun and free spirited? Do you feel like they're uncouth? Do you feel like maybe they're promiscuous?
Honestly, I would think they were playing paintball.
Okay,
that's what I think.
They just lit up.
You got hit in the neck.
Yeah,
I would say you don't protect your neck. Wu-Tang. I would think honestly, if I saw an adult, I'll tell you what. I'm at a point now where if I saw an adult with a hickey, like if you came in with a hickey,
yeah,
I would be like, what an awesome, like I would be happy for you. I'd be like, how fun was that?
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't be embarrassed by it anymore. If I was 21, I'd be embarrassed by it, but as a 38-year-old guy,
I think I'd be mortified.
No, I see. At this point, I'd be like, you know what? You're living your life. You're having fun. Who gives a shit?
If you were necking at make-out point with a gal, right, and she said to you, please give me a hickey. Like if you went on a date and the girl was like, I'd like a hickey, please. Would you oblige?
I think you have to because I think that you want people to feel comfortable. So I would say if me sucking your neck so hard that I literally break blood vessels in your neck is going to make you feel like this date was worth it, I'll do it.
And then what if someone's like, I want to give you a hickey?
That I can't do.
You can't do that?
That I can't do.
No.
Well, I'd let her give me a hickey or like on my nipple or something. Like on a place where you're not going to see me. You know what I mean?
But what is the point? It can't be pleasurable. I got one once. It was painful as fuck.
It does suck.
Yeah.
How come when you're getting a blowjob you don't get a hickey? You ever think about that? Why don't you get it? If you're literally saying I'm sucking your D, but I don't get a hickey. But if you suck my neck, I get a hickey. It's the same skin.
Why is it called a hickey? Pimp?
I'm gonna guess something with the South.
Mm-hmm.
What is it, Pimpy?
The origin of the word is from its earlier meaning of pimple, skin lesion.
Okay. Pimples, but I don't know where they got hickey from.
Yeah.
Pimp, you're not the only person in the room with glasses now. How does that make you feel that I'm coming after you?
Yeah.
I like
Purples
it,
too.
man.
You like
Purples
those? And
too.
they're sunglasses. They're transition lenses. By the way, I want to shout out.
Those are not. Oh, they're transitions.
They're transition lenses.
So what happens?
But I want to shout out Anthony Aiden Optical on St. Mark's and 2nd Avenue in the city. He's the guy that got me these frames. He's awesome. Bobby Kelly shouted him out on Rogan, and that's how I discovered the idea. I went to the eye doctor.
Oh, because he does Bobby's glasses?
He does Bobby's glasses.
Okay.
But Bobby needs prescription glasses.
Okay.
I don't yet. But what I did need is the eye doctor told me he could tell just from looking at my eyes that I don't wear sunglasses when I'm driving. He was like, you need a pair of sunglasses when you're driving.
How could you tell that?
Because he said you have like sun scars like on your eyes, like from like you could just tell. I don't know why.
Wow.
So I wanted to get sunglasses, and I wanted to go to Anthony Aiden, but then because I'm doing this 70s, 80s Vice show, I was like, I want something cool frames. He was like, I got you. And he's like, I got ones that'll look cool, that you can wear them. Like, and then they transition, which is perfect.
Which is, in this day and age, is perfect.
That's what you want.
So wait, so they get darker?
They get darker. And when I'm driving.
If it's brighter, they're darker.
Right. So if I'm in the sun, these are full shades. They become full shades.
How does that happen?
They transition with the UV light. They somehow, and then they detransition when you get out of the UV light. So he put them under a UV light in the shop, and they were like literally like I'm a cop, like
no
dark
shit.
But purple.
And
they're
now
cool.
they're just like this light, pinkish purple.
Well, they're turning the natural state of them is to be pinkish purple.
Okay,
but you can wear them with anything. Like I happen to be wearing a purple sweatshirt, but you'll see when I take the sweatshirt off, they'll still be pinkish purple. It's not reacting off the shirt.
Okay.
They're just
Okay.
pinkish purple at base.
And so right now they're not sunglasses; they're just fashion lenses.
Right now, I would say these are fashionistas. Right now, I'm going for it. Is what I'd say.
You are
They have
because you have the chain here.
yeah.
What do you call this thing? A herringbone? Cuban links.
Cuban link bracelet.
Only built for.
Are you a watch guy?
Sure.
Do you know about watches?
Not much.
But I'm saying a watch guy in the sense of like Rolex, AP, Patek Philippe. Like, would you ever invest in a watch?
Okay. I'm not that guy. I friends that are that guy. I did buy a Rolex.
Okay.
I bought one for me and my dad.
Do you ever wear them?
I do wear them on special occasion. I should wear it like every day, but it's not an everyday watch.
What type of Rolex? Is it a Rolex what?
Cellini.
Oh, a Cellini. That's a nice watch.
It's beautiful.
And they appreciate in value, and you got a matching one with your dad.
I got my dad. It's a Cellini as well, but mine is his a little different. His was actually more expensive. His has little diamonds in it.
Right.
Yeah,
But-
mine's my very plain Jane.
But he had the diamonds in them. So you got the Rolex Cellini. He got the Rolex Cellini
Cellini.
Dion.
Yeah, exactly. There you
That's
go.
number 3.
There you go.
But
And then my dad got me a gift one time. And he got me a tag, which is not crazy expensive.
But it's not crazy. It's nice.
Yeah.
My point is that watches is a piece of jewelry that typically appreciates in value, and it's not a bad investment. A watch is not a jewelry. I'm not the guy that's going to get blinged out jewelry. Although, tell me what you guys think of this. I wanted some type of like chain, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm getting is a pendant. Okay, I'm getting.
But you are jewelry. You
What do
wearing Cuban links to get a chain.
Yeah, but not like I'm not going to
You're not
spend
gonna- you're not
thousands
gonna-
of dollars.
You're not going to ice up.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
But what I am going to get
Yeah.
is I'm getting a chain with a pendant. Well, it's going to be 3 pendants with each, Tristan, Delilah, and Violet with their fingerprints on the back. I got their fingerprint
That's
like in
adorable.
ink. You think that's good or is that like weird?
Well, what's on the front?
Their name. So it'd be Tristan with his fingerprint on the back, Delilah hers, Violet.
And 3 hang from one chain.
Is that
I need to visualize
or
that.
3 with 3 chain, or is it 3 with 3 chains?
With
Because
2
but then it's
chains.
getting too much money.
Yeah. No, I need to visualize what you mean. I can't imagine 3 pendants hanging off one gold chain, but maybe I can. Are you making this up in your head, or you seen it?
I've seen it and I want to do it.
And how do you get their fingerprints now? They got to commit like crimes.
No, I went on Amazon and I got an ink pad and I was going to do it, and the guy said just put their fingers in ink, put it on a piece of printer paper, and then write their names and give me 3 ones to choose from for each child. Text it to me. I'll make it for you.
Text it to you.
He said text it.
We've come that far.
Text the fingerprints. They'll be able then to take it digitally, put it on their machine, and make the fingerprints in gold.
Wow.
Yeah. It's my guy Yanni from Material Goods. Shout out Yanni, great guy.
You now have guys everywhere now.
Literally.
You got a glasses guy. You got a pendant guy.
I got a watch guy.
Yeah.
Well, the jewelry guy and the glasses guy is the same guy, one and the same. Yanni from Material Goods connected to me through Tank Sinatra. Shout out Tank Sinatra.
Okay.
Who is actively on steroids. He's very open about it.
Oh wow, really?
Fully open.
No shit.
Trying to get me to take testosterone. I can't do it.
Isn't taking testosterone bad for your testosterone?
No, well, here's the thing. If you take testosterone, I know a person who. Here's who I know. I know a guy, and I will eventually say his name in public. But I know a guy who has a ponytail who got testosterone. They call it test in the streets, TST. I was writing test for a while, and then Tank was like, "It really annoys me when you call it test. It's test." I was like, "Okay, so I'll say test." But I know a guy with a ponytail who got test. How he ready for this? He got it surgically implanted 2 test tablets or 3 in his ass, in the bottom of his ass crease. You know, like that little lip under your ass when like a cheek, right in there. They surgically implanted 3 test tablets in his ass. Okay. For a week, you can't do any deep squats, you can't do anything working out. It now is pumping testosterone into his body for the next 6 months. He supposedly, in the next month or 2, is going to be absolutely jacked and shredded. He did tell me he went from being able to do 2 pull-ups to being able to do over 15 pull-ups in 2 weeks, which is nuts, and I believe him. Here's the issue. Every day.
I think there's a lot of issues.
Every day, yes. The ponytail is the least of his issues.
Yeah.
Every day you have to take an estrogen pill every day, because what happens is your body then starts to think, oh, I don't need to make testosterone anymore because these tablets are making it for us, so we shut the factory. And that's how your body is. Your body's very black and white.
Right.
Even if you're Puerto Rican or Chinese, your body's still very black and white.
Sure.
Because they just say, if I stop moving my arm, that's why frozen shoulder is a problem. If you hurt your hand, if you hurt your shoulder, you hurt your arm, you break your arm, say, you have to always move your hands because that signals to your brain we still need the arm. If you don't,
You
move
won't
your-
atrophy.
If you don't, no, what happens is it's called adhesive capsulitis, frozen shoulder. If you hurt your arm and people don't move, they literally don't move. They can't move their arm because the brain says this fucking guy hasn't moved his arm in about 2 days. It must be gone. Shut it down. Shut it down. Send all, and they basically put on at it's
Forward is male.
he's done.
Board up the windows.
So that's what they say with the testosterone. They say, this guy has no use for, stop making it. They get really pissed off. They go, stop making the testosterone then.
Right.
I can't handle this shit when you act like this.
So how is he getting pumped testosterone from tablets that are, isn't there a finite amount of testosterone in the tablets that he's being pumped? Also,
They're time released, maybe?
okay, so
Like an Alka-Seltzer?
So he walks into a place and he basically drops his pants. He bends over something, I imagine.
You have to.
They put him out, and then they go to surgery in his ass crack just so he can increase his pull-ups.
Here's the thing. I think that it's becoming a thing. The testosterone HGA market is becoming a thing, like a fountain of youth thing, where a lot of scientists are saying, we've been misled by the science industry that steroids are not that bad for you, testosterone is not that bad for you, all these things are not that bad for you, as long as you take, which is what this guy has to do, take the estrogen pills, because then if you don't take these pills,
Take that estrogen.
you start to develop man boobs. The other thing you have to do
If you don't take the estrogen, you start development boobs?
because what happens
you
is
stop producing the testosterone.
exactly.
But you're not getting enough from the ass?
No, you're getting more than enough for the S, but your body's not producing it.
Okay.
So then your body stops making testosterone. If you don't take this other counterbalance pill, then you start to develop man boobs.
Okay.
The second thing you have to
That's
do
ironic.
is you start to lose your hair. For some reason, I don't know the science of that. When you start on testosterone, you start to lose your hair. So you have to take these pills to make sure. Now, you could preventively, I'm sure, go to keeps.com and do that and put in the
Sure.
promo code heybabe, I'm sure. But
Tank doesn't do it, though.
Tank doesn't do it. He's bald AF.
Yeah.
So he's baff. So sorry. Fourth dad joke. Put him up there.
Knock.
Who's there?
Adhesive
who?
capsulitis.
Love it.
Yep.
Nice.
So
Oh, wait, the third thing, the
Yeah.
most important thing, critical, vital.
yeah.
You have to give your blood once every 2 to 3 weeks, because if you do not, you start to develop blood clots from this testosterone, and you can have a heart attack and or a stroke.
This sounds worth it.
Yes.
Wait,
Just for abs.
What do you mean you have to give your blood? What does that mean?
Donate blood, because they have to take
But
basically.
who wants this testosterone blood?
No, the testosterone blood is not a problem. Your blood, if you don't give it, if you don't give your blood every 2 to 3 weeks, or maybe once a month, you start to develop these blood clots, and you need new blood to come in. So this is
you have to get an operation in your asshole.
Yep.
You have to be sure you don't get blood clots and die. You have to prevent yourself from losing your hair. You have to take estrogen pills to balance everything out. And this is also you can have a beach bod.
It's all you have beach bod. Oh, and the other thing is, once you make the decision to take it, you have to continue it for the rest of your life, because if you don't, then what happens is your body sometimes doesn't always get the message, even when you stop putting the testosterone tablets in you, that they have to start making testosterone, and you will go bald, get tits, and develop a whole array of problems.
So
But I say worth it.
also, can your body sustain taking that much steroid over? Was it steroids? Just testosterone and steroids are two different things.
No, steroids are anabolic steroids. Steroids are like I think HGH might be considered a steroid. I could be wrong, but D-balls and Winstrol, those are steroids. Those are, I don't know what the difference. Testosterone is just literally giving you testosterone, which is a muscle builder and life enhancer supposedly, and a lot of guys will be able to get it legally from their doctor. And by the way, what my friend did is not illegal. It's all legal. It's just most men, I forgot what
You sure they're coming for him?
That's it. They're coming for these glasses. What most men have low, your testosterone starts to get lower as we get older. Like you might have low T.
Don't
it's
I know it?
possible. But you wouldn't get the one that he got. You would get something maybe like a weekly shot and just get your testosterone to like where they should be. He's going like twice as much as the legal limit to get fucking jacked.
Wow.
I think.
Wow.
But I'm like, and that's when I stopped and I said, can I have a moment in time to talk to you about intermittent fasting?
Yes.
And but he wouldn't give me that moment because he said, I already got the tablets in my ass. I don't want to talk to you anymore about it.
And did it not feel like they don't care that it's cheating?
Well, that's the thing. It's not really cheating. Steroids is mostly
how?
cheating. Hola Fresca, HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. It literally has taught me how to cook. I feel so confident in the kitchen now because HelloFresh delivers the ingredients, and I cook them with my family. I'm spending time with my family, and we're spending time together in the kitchen. HelloFresh, it's so good. They customize select meals. They swap. You can have different proteins, different sides, add a protein and veggie dish, whatever you want. And you just have a delicious home-cooked meal. It really, really, really is awesome. They have the ready in less than 15 minutes meals, which I love. It's cheaper than shopping at the grocery store. High-quality ingredients. HelloFresh, in my opinion, is the best. Best meal service. It's awesome. I love the food, and I'm learning how to cook. It's great. And right now, if you go to HelloFresh.com/heybabe65 and use the code heybabe65, you're going to get 65% off plus free shipping, okay? That's HelloFresh.com/heybabe65. Use the code heybabe65, 65% off plus free shipping. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. Well, here's the thing is we've been, again, led astray on the steroid conversation. They said that when we were taught steroids are so bad, you'll die of cancer, this will happen, that. Supposedly that was all based off one study, which was a small amount of people in that study, and that actually the benefits of HGH, testosterone, and other steroids, they think are more positive than negative. That's what they say. But yes, I would say it could be cheating. It's like when black comics use the N-word. It's cheating.
Yeah.
It's just you're always going to get bigger laughs at that.
That's true.
From white people who can't say it. But I want that to change, and I'm an advocate for that.
Don't your balls end up intermittent fasting?
Yes.
Yeah.
All of them. All.
Right? Like, don't they go away? Aren't they like, we've been here, we're taking a break?
Yeah, there's an array of problems that happen when you start taking this stuff, but you do get jacked and ripped, and for some people, that's enough, especially if your girlfriend's 20 years younger than you.
Okay. And the balls then don't matter.
No. Then the balls don't matter.
But the balls do matter every other time.
They do. Well, here's the thing. If you've also made a decision to not have kids, then that doesn't matter.
Would you care about them balls then?
But that's the other option. That's the other thing is you have to take a pill to give you spermogenesis because your sperm you start to get low sperm counts with this. So again, worth it.
Yeah, this seems like a lot.
But people will do it to stay in shape and for that vitality. We don't celebrate in this country getting older. Some countries and civilizations celebrate getting older.
Who?
Like a lot of tribes in Africa, a lot of tribes and people in India they celebrate getting older. They look at gray hair and wrinkled skin as beauty, it's wow, congratulations, you're getting through this life. Where we look at it just the opposite. We're so scared of it that we'll do anything to stay younger, and it starts to look weird. Like all those Serena Williams commercials that for the Super Bowl on Sunday, I love them, but she got so much work on her face and now she's starting to look like a cat because she doesn't want to look old, and she was so beautiful.
She got work? She's so young.
She's so
and
young,
healthy.
but now she's got the cat face thing.
I've been seeing a lot of Madonna hate.
Yes, Madonna looks crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
she's in her late 60s, but she looks like she's 40.
I would still eat the booty like groceries, but she looks crazy.
Right. But not the vagina, because you can get throat cancer.
I get throat cancer, but the booty is I don't know where the research is.
Whose vagina do you think DJ Khaled would break his fast for?
I honestly think if I'm DJ Khaled, the only vagina that I'm gonna break a fast for, if I'm knowing DJ Khaled the way that I do know him, is let's break down DJ Khaled. Muslim, right? From Miami.
Fresh
Muslim from Miami.
Yes.
So I think literally the only Muslim from the...
You having fun saying Muslim?
That's the way you have to say it,
I know,
actually.
it's fun.
Because Muslim, I've been corrected multiple times by my friends who are Muslim and saying, you're saying Muslim, and I'm saying, well, you misheard it. I said Muslim.
Right. Because I want to say I want to say Muslim because I want to, but I also feel like, why is he saying Muslim? He doesn't speak in our dialect like that, so I don't know.
Yeah, like a cow in Saudi Arabia would go Muslim. Would go Muslim.
Those glasses give you powers.
That's it.
The glasses give you powers.
Yes.
So you're saying he's a Muslim man from Miami.
He's a Muslim man from Miami.
Miami.
is a Muslim man from Miami. So I would think
There once was a Muslim from Miami.
There once was a Muslim. No, but honestly, just for about being from Miami, I think literally the only woman that I can think of at all.
Because everybody else in Miami is doing it.
Is doing it.
From what I hear down there.
There's only one woman that he would go down, that would break his fast for on the vagina. You know, again, being from Miami, the only other Miami royalty, Gloria Estefan. Only answer.
Oh, God.
Only logical conclusion.
1, 2, 3, 4. Come on,
1,
baby, say you love
2,
me.
3. Eat my what? No. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on. No. What is
Come
it?
on, shake your body, baby. Eat my pussy.
Yeah, but eat my pussy. Yeah, I like it. So I think that I don't. You know what, man? I have not eaten a pussy in a long time. And that's not good, probably.
All right. What gives you a sore throat? We know that.
Well, have you noticed I haven't had a sore throat?
Right.
And
That's what I know. I know when you're doing it and when you're not doing
yeah,
it.
every time I come in, I'm like, guys, I got strep. They're like, we know.
Guys, I got strep. It's always when you come back from Vegas.
Yeah. But so did you like, I know it's been a few days ago, but did you like the Super Bowl this year? What was your favorite moment of just the 4 hours that you spent watching the game? The game, the commercials, the performance. What did you like? If there was one moment.
There was one thing that really took me for a loop. Did you see the Tubi commercial where everybody thought they sat on the goddamn remote?
Yes,
and
that was good.
That got me good. It got us all good, and it got. I bet you collectively everyone was like,
What about you know what's a great thing? And again, I know it was a few
That
days
was a
ago.
commercial.
You know what was a great thing? How about all the comics who got comics from our circle of people that got in Super Bowl commercials? Yamanika, H. Foley, Tommy Pope.
Oh, I didn't see H. Foley.
H. Foley and Tommy Pope had a commercial at care.com. Super Bowl commercial.
didn't see that.
Foley, they were great in it.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry I missed that.
Schumer.
I saw the roast of the peanuts.
Jeff Ross, Roast of the Peanuts.
Wait, I didn't
directed by
see-
Neil Brennan.
That was directed by Neil Brennan?
Directed by Neil Brennan. Because I know, because I was up for it, and I lost my spot to Yamanika, as we all knew we would.
Wow. You were up for it, Neil. And what did he have to say for that?
I don't know. I did his
he
podcast
cast
last week.
it?
He didn't mention it.
Really?
He cast it and directed.
Wait, did you go on an audition?
No, he told me that I was up for it, and then I actually was still thinking about it until I saw the commercial, and I was like, oh, I must have missed it.
Yeah, I think it was only one. Yeah.
But
I
a
didn't
bunch
see
of comics.
Schumer. I didn't see Schumer.
Schumer had a commercial, and there was some other. There was a couple other comics too that I saw.
This was the most star-studded commercial Super Bowl I've seen in a very long time.
7 million in ad. You can get a couple of Rolexes with that.
You're kidding me.
7 million in ad
Per 30-second spot?
The networks. It's $7 million it costs for you to put your ad on there
Per
this year.
30-second spot.
That's it.
I wonder that we were trying to figure out if it obviously is like after the game ended and they were on field doing like and then went to commercial there. I'm like, this has to be a steep discount.
Right.
Because the game ended. People like shut the TV off, right?
Right.
You lose 30-40% viewership. Got to be.
Yeah. 100%.
No one's staying there to watch a ticket tape and watch Andy Reid be like,
no.
Yeah.
And then how about this commercial? I did you see the commercial? It was the Blue Moon commercial, but it was like
yes, I did see that.
You know what we should do? We should put like a clip up of like Two Bears, One Cave versus Bad Friends. Just 30 seconds. Have it get all these views, and at the end say. This is a commercial.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
We should.
Let's do that. Yeah,
because
let's do that.
I firstly, when I was watching that with my family, we were like, "This is stupid. Like you're giving a lot of airtime for $7 million to Coors Light and Miller Lite." But at the end,
Parent company, babe. Parent company.
Oh, they're all in.
Gotta be. Gotta be.
Okay, but the reason why I actually think it was a good idea because I remember it as the Blue Moon commercial.
Yes.
So I'm thinking it did work.
Those are the two best commercials in my opinion.
So
yeah, I started to think in my head like I could make I bet you knowing what I know, I could make a Super Bowl. It's easy to make a Super Bowl commercial everyone will talk about.
Yeah.
Because you just go in the complete opposite direction and make people say, what the fuck?
You could just do something outrageous. Like if
I'll make a Super Bowl commercial for you for free. For free. I'll film it on my phone. And it'll be the most talked about Super Bowl commercial because it's bucking the trend,
right?
Because all of a sudden it's all these big high concept ideas, a bit a lot of celebrity, a lot of like what I mean, and it's like everyone's looking for that. And then you'll stick out if you just do some low rent ass weird shit.
You'll stick right out.
Yeah.
Like I thought the Ben Affleck J-Lo commercial was good.
That was funny.
That was funny when she's like, "Is this what you do all day?"
Yeah.
Because I felt like my life.
Right. yeah.
Except I'd be going to. Except that commercial would take place on the Tim Hortons off Highland Boulevard. Oh, and how about this? I was supposed to go I got invited to the Super Bowl party at the one and only Chaz Palminteri's house. Couldn't go. My baby had diarrhea. Explosive diarrhea everywhere. Hour and 40-minute drive in the car. Jazz made the executive decision, said, we cannot go. Literally, the baby's shitting everywhere. Birth control?
Birth control.
It happens.
Yeah.
Said the baby was diarrheaing everywhere, so we didn't go. Can I just tell you, before we have to go, what I ate?
Baby.
So, yes, on Sunday.
Yeah. Was it a cheat?
It was it was an affair.
Yeah. Did you do like New England Patriots on Sunday? Did you cheat?
I cheated.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah, thank you.
I cheated. Yeah.
You were inflate gate.
I was in Flakegate because I've been trying, right?
Yeah.
I've been doing the no sweets on Saturday. I've even moved that up to now only pizzas on Friday. I've been trying to do only pizza on Friday, only sweets on Saturday, and kind of like watching when I eat whatever.
Still between 12 and 8.
Fasting window. Well, now it's 11 to 6.
Okay.
But still, yeah. So pretty
soon you're gonna eat between like 3 and 3:15.
Yeah, that's what it's going to come down to.
All right.
And
I look like Elizabeth Moss.
I want to be skinny.
Kate Moss.
I want to be skinny this way in case I ever do get impaled. It's easy to miss my vital organs and I could survive. So here's what I ate, and I'm not embellishing. Okay. What I'm about to tell you is real, and I can prove it. If you'd like me to read the order off the phone, I'll read the order to you off the phone.
I'm going to believe you for your word.
You sure?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I've known you long enough.
So, by the way, shout out Rustic Pizza on Staten Island.
Okay.
Great food. Okay. Rustic Pizza. From Rustic Pizza. And don't stop me because there's more after I'm done.
Okay.
From Rustic Pizza, what I got. By the way, I got this for my family, okay?
Yeah.
Everybody, my family, Jazz and the 3 kids took a nap.
What does she want?
When the food came, yeah, what does she want? When the food came, they took a nap, and by the time they woke up about an hour after, 80% of the food was gone. Okay, so I'm just going to listen to me and then understand that 80% of this was eaten by me.
Okay, understood.
Gnocchi with vodka sauce. Potato gnocchi with vodka sauce.
That's heavy right there.
There you go.
Gnocchi with vodka sauce, cream sauce.
A spinach and artichoke pinwheel.
That's fun.
Okay.
Just dip in sauce?
Vodka sauce. I love vodka sauce.
Okay.
Pigs in a blanket, but Italian pigs in a blanket. It was like spicy sausage with fresh mozzarella cheese in pizza dough. Pigs in a blanket, 6 of them. 6 macaroni and cheese pepperoni bites. Okay, like
mac and cheese pepperoni
bites. Okay, like deep fried in the thing. Okay.
You had the diarrhea. Let's be honest.
Yes. Garden salad with grilled chicken because I do eat 1 salad a day.
Okay.
A small.
You really ate the garden salad too, and you're still going.
I ate the garden salad with grilled chicken.
Where was
first,
everybody else?
Sleeping on the couch when the food came. I'm not. I swear to God. Again, I can prove this to you.
Okay.
Then I got a small margarita pizza, like a personal pan pizza, but with the like deep dish crust. Okay. A cannoli pizza. A cookie butter calzone. Listen to me. And a tiramisu.
I had tiramisu yesterday.
Pause.
Shout out to Donna's mom.
Shout out to Donna's mom. I order that. I'm looking at it. I say, my kids are not going to want any of this. My kids want Papa John's. I then order a cheese. I swear to God.
I cannot.
A stuffed. I'll prove it to you on my seamless. A stuffed crust, large pie, cheesy breadsticks, Oreo cookie bites, 2 liters of Diet Pepsi. I ate 80% of it. 80% of it, Sal.
But you're not used to this anymore. Your body went into. Did your body go into shock?
My body.
What was that toilet
My body
like?
felt like I was getting pumped with testosterone through my ass cheeks.
Right. How'd you break all that down?
When I'm telling you what I mean this, I thought I was going to have to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh my God, nausea. I had right here, like in a pinpoint, which usually, if you can pinpoint
right
to a problem in your stomach, that's usually an emergency. That means something. Excruciating pain, pinpoint here for about 20 minutes. I thought I ate so much food, I burst my appendix. That's what I thought happened.
Jesus Christ. How'd you keep going? You're like, it's a Super Bowl.
I was so hungry, and I had been fasting and being good and had it for so long, and I had a good workout that I just kept going, and I was eating it quick and not thinking and not being present with my food and not just slowly chewing and all that. And when I woke up, I swear to God, Jasmine said when she saw all that, she said, your friends come? What happened? And I said, no.
I told her, no, I'm intermittent slowing.
Yeah, I'm intermittent slowing.
That's a dad. That was for you.
I like it.
Yeah.
Put it out to number
the
6.
glasses, they're rubbing off on me.
And I said to her, I said, no, I ate all that. And she said, Chris, honestly, tell me, are you depressed? And I said, no. I said, I just got hungry. And she was like, you might have to go to the hospital. And then when she said that, like it almost happened right away. I started getting that pain. I was on the floor in the fetal position for like the first half of the game.
Oh my God!
But then finally, I just let out literally the fart of all farts. It was a fart. So
it was like a halftime show fart.
It was a halftime show fart. I would have depaled myself. It would have kicked it right out. It was where even the baby.
It was more exciting than the Rihanna performance.
Yeah, even the baby started laughing. Even the baby was like, because
just like bullshit.
Yeah. But it literally. So I truly, in my heart, believe that I might be able to prove it, that it's still in my heart. 20,000 calories, I think I had in one sitting.
What? Wow. That sounds like it.
No, I wouldn't. And
how did you eat so quickly that your brain didn't process the fact that you were gonna get?
Yeah.
Because also those carbs, the carbs, the sugar, the fucking
the cannoli pizza, the cookie butter calzone. The cookie butter
sauce?
calzone was amazing.
Cream sauce,
the gnocchi cream sauce. I was dipping bread in it. Oh, and garlic bread too.
And this is all from Rustic Pizza.
Rustic Pizza and Papa John's.
So Rustic Pizza almost killed you.
Rustic Pizza and Papa John's almost killed me, but they didn't. And Rustic Pizza versus Papa John's this whole time. Guess what this is an ad for? Domino's. This has been Hey Babe.